Hi there YouTube, John McCann here, and I've got the LG G5, LG's newest flagship smartphone. It was launched at MWC back in February. We got hands-on with it then, and we've now got a unit in the office to play with. It's not quite final software or hardware yet, so this isn't representative of the final product that you'll be able to pick up, but we're going to give you a sneak peek anyway, go through some of the cool features we've got, so let's dive in. So this is the LG G5. It's LG's first all-metal flagship smartphone, so it's really nice and premium in the hand. We've got the sort of off pink version, and as a colour personally, I'm not a fan. I much prefer sort of the grey version we got hands-on with at MWC, but there's going to be some people out there who like it. As I say, this is a pre-production handset. The corners here are a little on the sharp side. Hopefully that will be smoothed off by the time this hits the market and we get our final product in, but it's something to watch out for when that does happen. On the back as well, you'll notice we've got a rear fingerprint scanner, which actually also doubles as a physical home key, allowing you to lock the screen and unlock it, but you can also double tap it. It's got LG's knock-on on, so you don't really need to use that button. I'll show you how to do that later. Also, we've got two dual cameras, a 16 megapixel standard snapper for your everyday shots, and LG's wide angle 8 megapixel camera for those wider shots when you can't be bothered with a panorama basically, but you can fit more buddies into a group shot, or maybe get in a skyscraper or a nice vista without having to faff around with panorama mode. It's a really easy switch in the camera, which I'll show you in a bit as well. At the bottom of the phone is where it gets really exciting. Not many flagship phones have a removable battery these days. The LG G5 does, and it does extra tricks on top of that. There's a button on the side here, which you press in, and then you pull out the bottom, and there you go. Bright yellow battery. You'll know when this has been taken out. It's not exactly hard to miss. But the thing is here, you can take the battery. You're supposed to be able to take the battery out. There we go. This means you can ditch the little piece at the bottom there and replace it with a module. LG's already got a couple of modules out. One's in collaboration with B&O Play, and it's an audio amplifier, a DAC system, which you can plug into the battery, slide the battery back into the phone, plug your headphones into that DAC system, and that's going to give your tunes a really good bass and treble boost. Another one is the camera grip. The camera grip helps you hold the LG G5 in landscape mode when you're taking shots. It also gives you easy access to a physical shutter and record button, as well as a zoom slider as well, to make it really easy to manage your camera. So it's great for budding photographers. But we'll stick the battery back in the phone. All you do is clip it back onto the base, and then you have to slide it into the phone. You do have to be careful though, make sure you don't just slam it in, because you will mess up some of the connections. There is a little pin port that you need to be careful with, so just be gentle with it and you'll be fine. So we're going to start up the G5 again. While this starts up, we'll talk through some of the specs. We've got 5.3-inch QHD display. It's a lovely high definition display. There's a Snapdragon 820 processor inside. There's 4 gigabytes of RAM. So there's plenty of power as well going on under the hood. That processor does feature also in the North American variant of the Galaxy S7. The rest of the world got the Exynos chip. So there will be an interesting comparison between how the G5 works and performs versus the 820 version of the S7. Another feature that LG's put on here, which is like Samsung's, is the always-on display. If I just hit the power key at the back, you might just be able to see the faint clock and date display. You can swap this to just a signature, so you can put Tech Radar's phone or Dave's mobile if you really want, but it doesn't seem particularly useful. You might as well just stick with the time of your day. It is a handy little thing if you just have it sitting on your desk. LG says this will zap less than 1% of battery an hour, which is okay. We found on the S7 that didn't really affect battery life too much, so we're hoping for a similar performance here. However, the 2,800 milliamp battery, slightly on the small side inside the G5. Be interesting to see when we do get the final handset and put it through our full review, just how well that battery performs. Moving back on screen of the LG G5, and as I mentioned previously already, double tap the screen for LG's knock-on to wake it up. It means you don't have to try and find the power button on the rear of the handset. You can slide to open it up. Of course, you can also use the fingerprint scanner. I've not quite set that up yet, but just tapping your finger on it will unlock and wake the screen. So on screen, we've got Android Marshmallow, Google's latest operating system, but LG has stuck its own interface finish over the top. I mean, some of the app icons look a little bit different. The notification bar has been slightly redesigned. It's a bit lighter and brighter. And the big difference here is there's no app drawer. Now that might be a turn off for some users, especially sort of the Android aficionados out there, but it is a simple sort of layout. It means there's no duplication of icons in an app drawer and on home screen. So for newer users, it will be a slightly simpler to deal with, but you know, it could be a slightly frustrating feature for some. Something else I mentioned earlier was that dual camera on the back. If we fire up the camera app, then on the side you'll see that there are two icons, one for your wide angle shot and one for your far away shot. Tapping between them, the camera makes a nice sort of zoom in, zoom out animation to show you that if you're moving from wide to non-wide or non-wide to wide. And it's a nice little transition between the two cameras, and the wide mode really does make a difference. You can fit a whole lot more into your shots. Obviously it'll be at a lower resolution, 8 megapixels, whereas the main snapper is 16 megapixels, so you'll get better standard shots. There's also a laser autofocus, as we've seen in previous LG handsets, for rapid fire focus and shooting, which is really nice. And of course you can also record in 4K as well if you so please. Another big thing LG is touting with the G5 family is its Friends accessories. So the two modules that I've talked about, the camera grip and the audio enhancer, they're part of the LG's Friends group of accessories. You'll also get the VR glasses, the VR camera, and LG's rolling bot, which can all be controlled via this app on the phone. We're just setting it up here. Obviously we've not got any devices with us yet. We're still waiting for LG to send them to us, and when we do, we'll give them a full test out, but they'll all be controlled from this app on the phone for nice, easy usage. In terms of storage, the LG G5 comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage, but there is a micro SD card slot as well. There's a double width drawer here, which you can pull out and stick in your SIM card and your micro SD slot. So you can build on the storage by up to 200 gigabytes, which gives you plenty of space to play with. So there you have it, that's the LG G5, LG's new flagship smartphone. It's a pretty cool device. Can't wait to get the final product in to really give it a test. As I say, this is a pre-production model. If we haven't answered all your questions in this video, don't worry. Later this week, we'll be doing a live AMA on Facebook. Just go to Tech Radar's Facebook page, give us a like, and you'll be notified when we start that. So that'll be later this week, where we will answer any other questions you've got about the LG G5. For now though, that's everything. I've been John McCann, you've been watching Tech Radar videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.